We know what you're thinking. I just want jeans that look great, feel great, and hold up. At Ariat, we've been doing some thinking too. We're thinking about fit that moves with you, no matter where the ride takes you. Durability that stands up to hard work, harder play, and comfort that never quits. And all this thinking, it's really just about more living. Now, it's time to stop thinking and start shopping. Find your Ariat jeans at Ariat.com or a retailer near you.
This week's Throwback Thursday episode features guest host John Kelley from the Backpacking Podcast. He is one of my favorite people and one of my favorite co-hosts, and he's full of bad advice. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great week, and God bless. Welcome to the Backpacking Blisters podcast, everybody. My name is Carl Mandrioli, and I've got a special guest host today, my good friend John Kelley. He's the only man that thinks spiders seek medical advice from a place called WebMD.
It's the truth. It's the truth. You nailed it. Like it's my wife has got it on me for years for that. She swears it's not true, but I believe it. 100% believe it.
Usually wives hate spiders. I'm surprised that she's even invested in what spiders might even do.
Well, I would bring spiders into the house because I was worried about them. And so that kind of upset her, you know? She was like, they don't need WebMD.
They don't need it. Oh my gosh. Hey man, I really appreciate you taking the time. You're co-hosting an episode.
Yeah, man. This
awesome,
is fun.
man.
I'm excited about this. Yeah, you may not realize this. But I listened to your podcast starting back in 2019.
Really?
It was the summer of 2019. Okay. Dan Becker said, "Hey, you got to listen to this podcast."
Oh, wow.
These are some good guys. Check them out. I was driving from Florida to Kentucky.
Okay.
And everyone was exhausted, so they're all asleep. I listened to your podcast for 13 hours.
What? Are you serious?
13 hours.
Oh my
I
goodness.
listened to so many episodes of that podcast. I felt like you guys were my best friends.
Hey, I want to be your best friend. I need more friends, to be honest. So
yeah, it worked out. It was great. So I've been a fan ever since.
Dude, you're the best, man. I appreciate that. Well, and obviously, yeah, you thought, you know what, if these yahoos can do it, we can do it too. And your podcast is just amazing as well. And so I use your podcast as like research.
Oh man, that's not good research, man.
You guys are way more plugged in with the gear stuff than I am. So I just love hearing you guys chat about gear and the other nonsense too.
Well, it just means Jeremiah and I are bigger nerds. That's really all it means.
Yeah, and nerd used to be like a bad term back in the day, but now it's kind of like a endearing term, right? So that's not all
I'll take
bad.
it.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Well, let's talk about like the whole friendship thing, because I think it was last year you reached out to me with the pot. You're like, I might be coming to Colorado in 2023.
Yeah, I would like to do that still. Yeah, I still want to do that.
Wait a minute. The way you're saying that makes me think that you're not actually coming.
Well, I'm not coming either.
It's just not on the calendar.
It's just not set up yet.
Okay. Gotcha. So you might come.
Yeah, here's what's happened in my last year. Have I told you about my last year?
If you're going to talk injuries, I know you've been hurt for a while.
I had injuries. I had pneumonia. I had all kinds of stuff. I didn't do any actual hiking from the 4th of July until the end of September.
Okay.
And so I lost out on a lot of trips this year. And so this is kind of my get back year.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to get I'll be in, I don't know when this is going to release, but I'll be in Alabama soon doing a trip down there. I'm planning to hit up the Pine Mountain Trail.
Okay.
It's in Eastern Kentucky. It's supposed to be really nice. It's in the Cumberland Gap area. I've got a couple other places I want to hit. Like there's the Savage Gulf in Tennessee that I want to hit up. And I want to get out west. I've never hiked out west.
All right.
So Colorado is definitely on my list of places I want to go to. So,
and all the places you just mentioned, I'm sure are amazing and awesome, but let's be honest, they're not the Rocky Mountains. Come on.
I'm not gonna argue with you. I can't argue with you on that.
All right.
I can't do it.
Well, we'll see what happens. It sounds like you got the list. I mean, you have like the laundry list of where you're going. Are these things that you were unable to do last year and you just kind of push them forward, or is this just you're kind of moving past that?
Yes and no. The Savage Gulf I've been trying to go to for 2 years.
Okay.
A couple of years back, I had a trip planned there, and my buddy had to back out at the last second because of work. And I don't know the area well enough to feel like I want to go there by myself yet.
Okay.
At least I didn't 2 years ago. Let's put it that way. And then this last summer I was going to go, and then all the injuries and stuff just kept me from going. So that's one of those places I've been wanting to go for a while. It's supposed to have an insane amount of waterfalls and overlooks and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
Yeah, pretty excited about it. What about you, man? Where are you going backpacking this year?
Yeah, we're doing, we do some Patreon trips. We got a couple Patreon trips planned. So in March, we're going to Canyonlands. It's a bring a kid trip.
Nice.
And so we got some folks that are bringing one or more kids on that trip. And then we've got one scheduled for August as well. And everybody's wanted to go back to the Wind River Range, which is just an amazing, amazing place with easier permits. So it's looking like we're headed there. And then we don't have permits yet for our July trip. We're shooting for like a remote section of northern Yosemite. So those are kind of the big three. And then I've got a couple other ones going on. But there's always room to add, especially I think between March and July, I've got a gap there. So yeah, it's funny about you mentioning, okay, well, I didn't go backpacking from, what was it? From something to, it was like July.
It was July to the end of September, which for me is like tormenting me.
Yeah.
So
and that's just business as usual for my co-host Eric. His is more like I haven't gone backpacking from like August to June. so you missing out,
Poor
man.
Derek.
Yeah. It's just funny. All right. Speaking of going backpacking, one thing I wanted to follow up with, it was a conversation we had, I want to say it was like 6 months-ish ago, maybe longer. Probably longer. You were talking about kind of like where your heart was for like, the purpose behind backpacking, the purpose behind, having your YouTube channel, being on a podcast, having so much experience. And so you said you wanted to really kind of hone in on like your home church and starting to invite guys and just basically get guys off the couch and out into the wild. So where are we in that process?
Actually, the trip to Alabama, I'm taking 2 guys from my church down for that.
Okay. And that's intentional for trying to get some kind of introduce guys to backpacking.
Yeah. We've also got a guy at our church that just started coming here the last year or two, and he's got all this property, and he's got this area behind his house that's perfect for like tents and hammocks and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then across the road, it's not a street, it's a road. It's out in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
He's got all these hiking trails at his friend's property that we can hike on.
Okay.
So it'll be a good introduction for guys who might be interested in backpacking but aren't quite ready to commit to being out there for days.
Right.
So it'll be a good chance for guys to check out gear, sleep outside, do some hiking, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And he's on me every week. When are you coming out? When are you bringing the guys? Let's go.
Right.
So it's pretty cool.
So so they can practice, like setting up a tent or using a stove or water filter or whatever without committing to, like you said, the multi-day process. So short answer is like you're making it happen. This is something that's happening, and yeah, man, way to get that going. That's awesome.
I'm trying. That's all I'll say. I'm trying. I can't promise that it's all going to happen, but we're making the attempt. Like the trip that I went on in November was supposed to be a guys trip for our church. I had 8 guys sign up at the beginning.
Yep.
One ended up going with me. So it's, like
what?
There's only so much you can do.
Know.
Yeah. Like
that happened to me. That happened when we went to the Tetons. I had 10 people cancel.
Yeah.
That's frustrating.
I think what I'm gonna have to do is do like a 3-day trip instead of a full week.
Wait, you were doing a full week?
Well, no, hold up. We were doing shakedown hikes throughout the time leading up to it.
Okay.
So like we did like weekend trips and one night trips to get ready for it.
Okay.
All of it ending up in this week-long trip.
A week is a commitment, man. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is. We want commitment, man.
Yeah, hey, I would love that too.
Go hard or go home.
Okay, 3 days, 2 nights, 10 people canceled. That's all I'm gonna say. So of course a week is gonna have a high attrition rate. But hey, you're getting, you're putting on the calendar. You're trying. I full respect. Last question about that is, so you're around camp. You got the campfire going, whatever. You're eating dinner. Are you going preacher mode? You have a message? You got a Bible study? You do anything like that?
No, not really. Because they get that at other times. I think this is more, let's just get together and get like, let's be bros. That's kind of the easy answer for it. But those conversations will happen. That just naturally flows out of everything. But for those trips, I don't do a lot of that unless like the request is made beforehand. Hey, could we do this? But a lot of times, because those guys get that from me, like during the week or on weekends, this is a chance for just like authentic community with the guys. And so we try and take advantage of that more.
Yeah, I'm not like trying to like ask you to do that or challenge you on that. I was just trying to figure out kind of what your
Quit telling me what
was.
to do, Carl. Quit telling me what to do.
Here's what you need to do next time. Unsolicited advice, speaking of our episode topic. So yeah, I mean, I've had it always. I've had it where we don't do anything intentional. Like you're saying, those authentic conversations happen. And then I've had it like to the other extreme this past summer where I went on a church trip where, it was like, everybody stop. For the next 20 minutes, think about this and be silent. And I was like, I like the intention behind it, but this is feeling like a different kind of death march. So anyway.
Yeah, I'm a minister and I don't even like that. So
yeah, it was a little too much, but that's okay. It was good to try a different trip. All right. So, okay, this episode, I got to go backstory here. So when you were willing to co-host an episode with me, I gave you some episode topics. And so this is the one that you chose.
Absolutely.
I for sure thought you were going to choose the one about how to survive a zombie apocalypse off trail. You didn't choose that one.
No, I felt like you needed somebody who wasn't an expert to make it way more entertaining.
Oh, so you feel like you're a zombie expert is what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. Like it would be all textbook, and that's just too boring for the average person. So I didn't want to put everybody through that.
Okay, fair enough. So we got between both of us 6 pieces of bad advice that everyone out there, all of our fellow adventurers, should stop taking. I'm really excited to hear what you got. So you want to go first? You want to go second?
Yeah, okay. I'll go first. It's fun.
What you got?
I will say my third one is going to be controversial.
Well, so is mine. So we'll be good.
We might throw down over this third one, but I'll save that till the end.
Let's be honest. If we disagree, it's going to be more interesting that way. So I'm hoping that I can ruffle your feathers a little bit here.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I live in Central Kentucky, and I don't know if you know this about Kentucky, but we have a universal conceal carry law. As long as you're over 18, you can conceal carry. You don't have to have. I'm talking about a gun. Mm-hmm. You don't have to have any kind of special license, and you can't be arrested for it unless you have a felony in your background.
Okay.
I've had several guys who I know who ask when I go backpacking if I'm bringing a gun with me, like a pistol, and when I say no, they lose their minds. and they tell me I need to bring a gun on the trail, and I don't need to bring a gun.
And just to clarify, these are like, newer backpackers or just any backpackers?
Some of them aren't even backpackers, but they're still trying to give me advice. Like, what are you going to do if some crazy person comes out of the woods?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. There's like 3 or 4 of us. We'll beat them up. I don't know, but I'm not going to take a gun with me.
Has that happened? Have you been backpacking and as you're hiking down the trail, like somebody who wasn't right in the head, like emerges from the trees?
Yes.
You have?
That has happened. Yeah, that has happened. I was on the Sheltowee Trace, and it was a section. If there's somebody listening and they know anything about the Sheltowee Trace, it's a section from Yamacraw to the Cumberland Falls. It's about a 32-mile section. It was a 2-day hike, and I was hiking up this hill, and this guy jumps out of the woods wearing nothing but jean shorts and hiking boots and yells, yip, 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 or something like ridiculous, and just runs back to the other side of the woods, and he's gone. I never saw him again.
Okay.
I've never hiked so fast in my life.
Okay. Tying it back to your bad advice there, if you had a concealed weapon, are you pulling it out at that point?
No.
Right.
No, I'm not pulling a gun out.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the only purpose for pulling a gun out is self-defense, and that's it. Like, I actually have a concealed carry license. I'll just be completely transparent. I have a concealed carry license.
Okay.
I don't always carry.
Right.
But you have to take so many classes, and you have to take a test and know all of the laws, and it is so stringent on what you can use a gun for.
Right.
And it's just, I'm not taking a gun backpacking.
Right. And so the bad advice is, like, summed up is you should bring a gun backpacking.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to agree that that's bad advice because, we had on our trip to...
It's not ultralight.
Yeah. It's the opposite.
It's not ultralight.
It's the opposite.
Exactly.
Yeah, we had a trip in Wyoming where we had, how many guys were going? I think it was four guys, and one of the guys is a hunter, and he's a gun guy. He loves having a gun. He just makes him feel safer. So he brought a gun, and I talked to him. I was like, hey, we're doing a hard trip. Whatever you want to bring is fine. Keep your pack under, I think I said under 30 pounds. Just total pack weight, not base weight, just total pack weight. And I think he was able to get it right at about 30 pounds, but then plus the gun, which is like, whatever, 5 pounds. And he actually fell behind so far at one point on a section that was a little bit tough to navigate that he thought he was like truly, truly lost, like way, just off the beaten path. And it freaked him out. And I don't know if it was that 5 pounds, but I was just like, man, we talked about this. And so I'm in agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So your bad advice was from the perspective of maybe like a non-backpacker, you said, or somebody who was like a newer backpacker. I think most backpackers, especially experienced ones, aren't bringing guns. My first piece of advice is from your outdoor shop sales clerk. All right.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And I might have even been this person back in the day when I was working at REI when I was really young. But
wait, you worked at REI?
Like forever ago, like before, like when I was.
Oh, wow.
When I was 21, 22 years old.
So was that like 5 years ago?
Yeah, exactly. Why is that impressive? Why is working at REI impressive? It's like a sales clerk job.
I was just hoping you still had a discount. I was going to take advantage of that.
Oh, what's funny about that is when I first got hired, there was somebody that got hired with me, and the discount applied like immediately. So day one, they just filled a shopping cart, just loaded it with gear, and got the discount at the register and quit. They went through training and quit. Basically, is all they did. I was like that.
Oh my gosh,
I was like, that's not very nice. That's not what they want. So
no, but that's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, to work at REI is not. Like anybody can work there.
I was just looking out for me.
Okay.
I was just trying to see if you saw a discount.
Okay.
I was going to take advantage of that.
I hear you. I'll wear my REI vest. I still got it. I'll wear it next time we co-host. People that are just listening on the audio apps wouldn't care, but the YouTubers might appreciate it. Anyway, so from the sales clerk perspective, they say something to the effect of like, if you want to find out if your pack fits, just wear it around the shop while you look around, you're buying other things. Just wear it around. You're here for half an hour. That'll tell you all you need to know. I think that's bad advice because you're walking around.
It's not good.
Yeah. I mean, I get that's like a start. Like there's nothing else you can really do. They have those little, ramps to test out shoes. You walk up and down that enough times, like that helps, but that's kind of weird. So you're walking around the store, flat surface, you're wearing it for 30 minutes, maybe 60 minutes at the most. You can get an idea if there's some weird things rubbing, like some of those yoke, strap systems might kind of rub your neck, for example. But other than that, it's not going to tell you what it feels like after 8 hours on the trail. Come on. Right?
No. Well, and also, if you're not putting any gear in it, like I've told people when they buy I actually put this in a video. I said, get your gear, take it to an REI, make sure it fits in a backpack.
Wait a second. Like grab a bin full of your gear and bring it to the store.
Yeah. You think I'm crazy? I'm being dead serious. Just put it all in like a trash compactor bag, and just walk in and tell them what you're wanting to do, and you'd be surprised they'll let you do it.
No, I know. I can just imagine trying to get out of the store with they're like, wait a second, did you buy that Jetboil? No, I brought it with me. Wait, you brought it with you? What are you talking about?
I forgot. You're a big Jetboil guy, aren't you?
Not big. I'm just like, I'm not anything else. I'm not like a MSR guy. Why is that offensive?
No.
Okay. No. Do you not like the Jetboil? Come on.
No, but it's fun to tell people, oh, so you're a Jetboil person, and they automatically get defensive. And I just sit back and smile because I don't really care. I just want to see what the reaction is when I say, oh, you're a Jetboil person.
You got the reaction. You succeeded.
I got the reaction I wanted. It worked out well for me.
I don't know if that, I like the Jetboil more than other stoves, but I'm not trying, I'm not preaching from the mountaintops, you must buy a Jetboil. You like another stove, that's great. Use another stove.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I've got several stoves.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so okay, very intrigued by this whole bring your gear to the store. Do your outdoor stores not have those, sand bags or whatever, those packs you can kind of the weighted sacks you can put inside the pack to try
But it's not for the weight. It's not for the weight.
Okay.
the reason I tell people to do that is so they can make sure that they get the right size pack.
Oh.
Because if you buy too big of a pack or too small of a pack, your gear doesn't fit right.
Right.
It's going to be an awful hike. And so I tell people, when you buy your tent, buy your sleeping bag, buy all your main gear, and make sure that fits in the backpack the right way before you buy the backpack. And like you said, you're not going to know whether or not it feels good, but if you buy it at an REI or something, you can return it.
Right.
Within a year, right?
Right. And that's kind of where that's where my twist of this is the good advice is just buy it at a store with a good return policy. That way you don't have to go backpacking with it. Just wear it on the trail for a few days on long hikes and you can tell if it fits or not. So
I agree with you 100%.
I just got an email from a guy who bought a Mystery Ranch backpack because he was taking heavier loads and he wanted something that rode better on him. And the Mystery Ranch, the heavier duty ones, when I'm taking like kids and stuff, like they do great carrying heavier loads, but for him it wasn't working well. And so he's like, "Are you sure that this does well with heavier loads?" And I said, "Well, I mean, I kind of just said the same thing. Just hopefully you bought it at a store with a good return policy because you got to try it out." But I like the thought behind you got to be able to fit your gear inside the pack. Like that's actually, it sounds wise. But have you heard from folks over the years like, hey, I bought a pack and I just can't fit everything in there? Like, is that a common problem?
Yeah, if they're watching YouTube.
Okay.
Because you get all these guys who are like hiking with a frameless 35-liter pack.
Oh.
And you're getting started in backpacking and you've got a 650 fill 20-degree sleeping bag that you can't even barely fit the sleeping bag in that pack.
So they're commenting back on the YouTube channel like, I bought the pack as you said to, and I can't fit my stuff now.
I've never had anybody send that. No, but
right.
But there's wisdom in making sure you have your gear before you have your backpack to make sure you got the right size backpack. Because there's nothing more. I hate returning stuff.
Oh, okay.
I hate returning stuff,
right.
So I'd rather just get it right the first time and move on.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody would. I just can look at my stuff and kind of figure out like, it'll kind of generally fit, but. I guess my real question was, I was challenging you on, like, are you solving a problem that's not really a problem? That was really what I was asking you. And it sounds like you're saying, no, I'm not doing that.
Oh.
All right, so that's mine. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is a funny one. This was the funniest.
Okay.
And I hope the person that did this doesn't listen to your podcast. But so remember I told you I took a friend with me on this hike in November. It was supposed to be a big group. Well, we went down to the Foothills Trail in South Carolina. And the first day we get on trail and it is pouring the rain. And by the time we get to our campsite, the guy that's hiking with me, his chair has broken. He almost lost his watch in a creek.
Wait. His chair broke before you get to the campsite.
Yeah, we stopped for lunch and I set up my tarp on my hammock so we could sit under it to eat lunch so we didn't have to sit in the rain. And when he sat down, it just snapped. And so that was like an hour into the hike, right? We're 2 miles into the hike and he breaks his chair. And he's already starting to get a blister on one of his feet. A couple other things kind of going on with all this. So we get to camp, we get set up. He goes to throw his rock sack over the limb to hang up our bear bags, and it spins around the limb and gets stuck. And so we had to take 35 minutes to get the rock sack off the tree. So we get that off. Finally, everything's settled down, so we're going to go to bed for the night. We know it's going to rain all night, so we're like, let's just get in. Let's go to bed. We didn't even make a fire because everything was wet.
Right.
So we went to bed. I was in my hammock. He was over in his tent. The next morning, we get up, and his tent leaked all night.
Oh.
And so his stuff was soaking wet. And so we ended up coming off the trail. And it's a good thing we did because the hurricane that came through Florida actually hit later in that week when we were going to be on the trail. In an area where there's no phone coverage and there's no way to get off the trail. So it was kind of a godsend in some ways. But I posted on the Foothills Trail Facebook page that we were coming off trail and that we were going to, because of what was going on. And this one guy, this was the advice I was given. Well, why don't you put a tarp over your tent then?
Okay.
I mean, I'm thinking to myself, of course. Why didn't I think of that? Whenever I bring a tent, I always put a tarp over top of my tent. I was just like, so.
Wait. Was he asking like, why didn't you do that, or why don't you do that moving forward?
No, he was telling us we should. you should do that. Maybe he said next time you should just bring a tarp and put it over top of your tent.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, isn't that what the rain fly is for? Isn't that?
Yeah.
Technically, it's a shaped tarp, right? Like, so yeah. And it was almost like, how dare you not bring a tarp with you to put over top of your tent?
In that single story, you described 2 trail characters that we've come to know and sort of love in some ways. So the guy number 1, at least for this trip, sounds like what we call a trip saboteur, because he had multiple things going on where he's just like, it worked out for you in the end, obviously, with the hurricane coming, but yeah, he was a trip saboteur. And
yeah. And we ended up going on we just went home, got dry gear, and went somewhere else. And the rest of the week was fine. It was just that one day was horrid.
And just because you're a trip saboteur doesn't mean you're always going to be one, but sounds like that, at least for that circumstance, he was kind of funny. The second guy you're talking about, the one that gave you the bad advice, that's the guy that brings like double of everything. Because what if something fails, right? So what if my stove fails? I've got 2 stoves. What if my water filter fails? Like there's that guy. So he's overloaded probably in general.
Yeah. I just know to this day it's the strangest advice I've ever been given, and it was worded in such a way where it was kind of like, I can't believe you wouldn't think of this.
Yeah, like condescending, right?
Like, I can't believe you wouldn't have an extra tarp to put over top of your tent.
You fool.
What? Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know how many people have gotten that specific advice, but that person is readily giving advice all the time, and that's why I've gotten that from people. I've gotten crazy advice from people all the time just from having this podcast, where they're giving, they basically want me to bring 2 of everything because, for redundancy purposes, and that's what they're talking about there. So I like that one. That's a good one. Okay, my next one is from the perspective of professional YouTubers such as yourself.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I've heard this from multiple YouTubers, so I actually, like this thought has blended together so much, I don't actually know where you stand on this, so you might disagree with this one. But the advice is simple. Buy a Trekology pillow. They're cheap, they're lightweight. Bad advice. That's. I'm not even tell you why, but what do you think about that?
Well, I already know why. I would say if you're not Carl Mandrioli, buy a Trekology pillow.
What are you talking about?
Because you're the only person I know who's had that much bad luck. I've got 2 Trekology pillows. One I used for the entire Sheltoe Trace, like 350 miles, and never once did it have a problem with deflating. It smelled awful by the end. Oh yeah,
but any pillow will.
I mean, it was awful at the end, but yeah, I never had any problem with the pillow. The only reason I don't use them now is because I'm in a hammock and I don't really need a full-size pillow of any kind in a hammock. So, but yeah.
Just go to Amazon, my friend. Click on the reviews. Deflated, night 1. Like, pulled it out of the pack. Inflated it first time. Deflated. Pulled it out. Had a big hole in it. Like, I don't feel that bad, but you know what I'm saying. So, you want to roll the dice? You know what? Sometimes, like, you can win. You just described a scenario where you won.
Well, How quickly do they do that to you?
So I bought 3, and one is not like deflating at this point. But the other 2, I think it was like trip 2 was my first one. And then we had Justin Outdoors on our show who convinced me to try again. And that's when I bought 2 more. I bought one for myself, one for my son. And for him, it was like immediately night 1. Like it was, basically out of the package kind of a thing. So yeah, I'm just trying to tell everybody about it. You do what you want with the advice.
Was Derek on any of these trips?
I don't think he was. As we talked about, he doesn't go backpacking a whole lot.
Well, I mean,
because you think he sabotaged me?
I mean, he could, because it is kind of funny, but
that's interesting. So what? Like, I'll just reveal this right now because who knows if he'll actually take the time to watch this episode on YouTube or listen to it on the podcast apps.
Dude, he's my spirit animal. I remember from our last episode, he's my spirit animal.
Okay, so maybe he will. Maybe he will, but I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
So for our July trip coming up, I am committing to at least 3 to 4 solid pranks throughout the trip where we're going to get them filmed. I'm going to get some creative ones going. And so what you're discussing is you're talking about deflating somebody's pillow on purpose is that's a pretty serious prank. Is that sounds like you're going over the line right there.
It'd be a pinhole, which is what you'd have to do.
Right.
It'd have to be a pinhole. You wouldn't be able to deflate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're not taking a knife to it's what you're saying.
Yeah, I wouldn't. No.
I still feel like it's crossing the line. I'm not deflating.
I don't mess with people's gear though. So
okay.
it could happen. It could happen.
You're making me nervous going backpacking with you now. So if I invite you on a trip, are you like, should I like guard my inflatable stuff?
Don't worry about me. I don't do pranks.
You're against pranks, or you just don't do them?
I'm all verbal abuse. I don't do any kind of like prank abuse. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll take the verbal abuse, but I don't want you pinholing my pillow. And you don't even, and with the Trekology pillow, you don't even need to. It's already done for you. So there you go. All right. That was my number 2. What's your last one? Bad advice you've heard.
This one is this is controversial. I think there's gonna be a lot of people disagree with me on this, but I think it's horrible advice.
Okay.
And that's use a pack cover when it rains.
What?
I think that's terrible advice.
Okay.
You want me to explain why?
Are you going to start talking about trash compactor bags?
I mean, or Nylaflume bags or whatever you want to use as a liner. But if you're packing things correctly, the things that are on the outside of your pack can get wet and it doesn't hurt them. You know, like on the outside of my pack, I've got my medical kit, which is in a Ziploc bag that it can get rained on all day and nothing's going to happen to it. Mm-hmm. I've got my poop kit, sanitation kit, whatever you want to call it, and it's the same thing.
Wait, so you have a full poop kit, not just like some toilet paper, just like you call it a kit.
Well, I got my trowel, I got my toilet paper, I got my hand sanitizer. Gotcha. You know, it's a kit, you know.
Okay.
It's a few little items that make it a little more sanitary.
Gotcha.
So, and if you've never used Wissy wipes, that's something you need to look into. So
okay.
That's a discussion for another day.
Those.
Yeah. But anyways, but if everything on the outside of your pack can get wet, it doesn't matter. Every time I've used a pack cover in downpour rain, the pack cover gets filled with water. It doesn't matter how filled with it. Like I put in the bottom of it soaking wet, and it gets heavier.
Okay.
And it's not really doing anything. But if I've got everything that needs to be protected from the rain inside my pack, inside something that's going to protect it better than a pack cover would anyways,
right?
Then why do I need a pack cover that's just going to get soaking wet and heavy? And the other thing about pack covers is they kind of gather water on top of them. And then when you lean forward, it all goes down your neck. It's just like, what is the point of this thing? Like, and I backpack more with an umbrella now. Because then I don't have to sweat inside of a raincoat.
Right.
And so I carry an umbrella. I have an umbrella just connect to my chest strap on my backpack, and that's what I use. So I think pack covers are a horrible idea.
Yeah, I think everything you just described there was wrong and horrible. So I'll break it down. What you're describing, okay, have you tried, you keep on throwing the phrase around pack cover, but have you actually tried like a waterproof pack cover? Because what you're describing with water pooling, like what is going on there? I've never had it pour down my back or pool on my backpack.
Let me ask you a question. Is anything really waterproof?
Yeah, the pack covers are.
No, I'm telling you, when you hike,
are you on science mode? You're like, according to science,
nothing is like if you're getting one of those poly nylon whatever. No, because I've wetted through every kind that you can have. Like I've hiked 4 straight days in the rain, and by the end of it, it was just a wet thing that just got soaked all the time, and it was absolutely worthless.
To be fair, our weather patterns are way different where we go backpacking. And I have hiked in multiple days. I mean, I just did that literally in the Tetons a few months ago. I still have a feeling like, you know, because you're hiking in the rain, but it's also humid outside, or more humid where you're going than I'm going. And then my typical rainstorms are afternoon thunder showers. Every once in a while, you get the full day of rain. You don't typically get the like 4 days of downpour like you're describing. So we have different situations for sure. But so if you're going to go like the interior liner bag, whatever, and you're saying keep your stuff that's waterproof on the outside, like I get the concept there, but when there's rain droplets on my pack cover, I just shake them off, you know, every so often, and I'm not carrying that water weight. Whereas if my pack is absorbing the water, now my pack is heavier, probably by a good measure, I would guess.
My pack, I mean, I use the one pack I use is Ultra Fabric, which is more waterproof than Dyneema.
Okay.
And I've got other packs that are like the Eco Pack and the X Pack, and they're just as waterproof as the pack cover that you've got on the back of your backpack. Okay. So, I mean, you're going to carry the weight one way or the other for me. So
it sounds like you got fancier packs than me, so maybe that's the issue. Well,
you know, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we did say, you know, that I'm I'm more of a professional here, so
That's true. All right.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Touche. No, I see your point, and I'm just gonna chalk it up to we have different experiences going different places. But if I had packs that beaded the water up as you're describing, like my pack cover does, then of course, I would be all in on what you're saying, and I would just wrap the things that really need to stay, like away from the water inside my pack that way. So
the only things that are on the outside of my pack can get wet, and it doesn't matter. So.
Okay. I have tried the trash compactor bag where I put that as like the interior liner, and there's probably a better system, but I just felt like it constantly got in the way. So, and I didn't like
Really?
that.
Interesting.
Yeah, but that could be user error.
Well, what backpack do you have, just out of curiosity?
I mean, kind of like you, depends on the trip. So I've got the Granite Gear something Blaze 60 or 65, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so I'll use that that's like a medium weight pack that I'll use on like a versatile trip where it's more like when I'm going lighter weight, but I'm not going like ultra light. And then I've got the Mystery Ranch Bridger 65 for the family trips or like that church trip I was telling you about where I'm like, I'm going to end up carrying other people's gear. I'm just going to have a lot of weight in my pack. So that kind of thing. But I'm looking at trying the, one of the Hyperlight mountain gear packs this year.
Yeah, those are nice. I don't have one yet, but eventually I'll get one.
Okay, so that's on my list of things to try.
Like, I've got 6 backpacks behind me right now, and one of them I haven't used yet. So one I'm going to start using this year, which is going to be in a video soon.
Okay,
so.
You'll have to let us know. But I mean, you're probably the same way. You bring a pack based on the type of trip you're doing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's okay. So all right. So you're right about the last one. That was controversial, and I'm happy to just we can agree to disagree on that one. So
yeah, it's okay that you're wrong. It's not a problem. No big deal at all.
Okay. You know what, folks? If you could let us know, do you prefer the interior or the exterior? Just leave a comment below if you're on YouTube, or just reach out on social media. Just let us know what's better. What do you prefer? You know what? Every time I go up against anybody, I usually lose. So I'll probably lose this one too.
But pack covers are popular, so there's a good strong chance that I'll lose this one. And I knew that going into it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I like the Osprey one that has the kind of the clip that goes behind the shoulder straps, because that's maybe what kind of keeps it from pooling or whatever. But
okay, yeah.
All right, I got one. So my last one is from the perspective of cliche dads and moms out there. All right, we've all heard this said: don't eat yellow snow. Bad advice. You know why? It's because you can take some yellow. I pulled some snow from outside. I got it right here. It's melted down quite a bit. Okay, got the snow, and then you can combine that with everybody's favorite, the Country Time lemonade powder right there. You got a yellow snow slushy. Boom.
Except it's salty.
So who cares? What's wrong with that?
So you're still using the yellow snow, or are you making yellow snow?
I'm making the yellow snow.
Okay.
The bad advice is don't eat it. I'm saying this is the yellow snow that you can eat. It's a good slushy. It's got, like you're saying, it's salty, so it's got the electrolytes right here. This is like high quality electrolyte powder. Right?
I thought you were taking yellow snow and then putting lemonade in it to mask the fact that it's urinated snow. So that's why I'm like going. So it's salty lemonade. What is this?
Oh my gosh,
that's awful.
This could be my prank this year, is just to bring some lemonade powder, just kind of pour it on like a high mountain snow patch and be like, hey guys, check this out.
But this
doesn't look like urine snow, does it?
No. It looks fine.
Okay. Yeah.
It
was full, by the way, when we started. So there you go.
Perfect. No, that's great advice.
Okay. Do you get snow where you live?
Yeah, we actually we just got snow this past week when it dropped to -9.
Right. Well,
Kentucky.
And I knew that you had that cold front come in. I just didn't know if it actually snowed during that time.
Yeah, it did. The roads, they got ice first, and then it snowed over top of the ice. So the roads were awesome, because in Kentucky, they don't know how to salt a road very well.
Yeah. Well, neither do in Colorado, and we get a lot of snow here. So
yeah.
So I'm sure your kids have had, they're like, can I eat the snow, or can I make a little slushy? You've done that stuff before, right?
They don't ask. They just start eating it.
Do they ever ask, like, can I put sprinkles in the snow? Like that kind of thing?
Oh, my son, we went to Walmart and there was blue snow, and blue snow is the stuff that has the chemicals in it.
Yeah.
To melt stuff.
Yeah.
My son grabs a handful of that and starts to put it towards his mouth, and I had to stop him.
Okay.
Because I may not have had a son in a day,
Right, right. A+ dad. You caught it before it happens. That's good. Yeah.
It was so close. Now he's eating so much dirty snow.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
my
that's
son doesn't
fine, right?
understand. If it's not white,
Mhm.
don't eat it.
No, wrong. I
eat
just
the
told
dirty
you.
snow?
I just told you. Slush. You can make the slushy. We just talked about this.
But that's pre-made. Like,
no,
if I see
I can make it right now. I pour it right on right now. It's white snow and it's got yellow powder. Come on.
but this isn't yellow. This is black snow.
Okay. Well,
That's
maybe
different.
it's grape flavored.
Grape flavor. We'll go with it.
All right.
We'll go with it.
All right. Yeah. That was ridiculous, obviously. So we've got ultralight backpacking advice trivia from greenbelly.com coming up right after this. Are you tired of supporting outdoor brands that scour the globe, exploiting the most destitute people and laxist environmental laws, putting profit above absolutely everything? No longer do you have to add fuel to the environmental and social dumpster fire to get the best quality gear for your next hike. Introducing Magnet Designs. Through hiker design, tested, built, and owned. Everything they sell has been tested, tweaked, and punished on long trails all over the world. Check out their best-selling product, the Bend Alpha 90 hoodie, made in Bend, Oregon, using USA made from recycled materials, Polar Tech Alpha Direct fabric. Ultralight, compressible, hydrophobic, breathable, quick drying, and stylish. Weighing in at just 4.5 ounces in a men's medium. Put your ethical quagmire to bed when you support Magnet Designs. Be confident you're getting the most vetted products for what we do with the smallest possible environmental footprint. Designed on trail, built for trail life, handmade to order in Bend, Oregon. Visit magnetdesigns.com with no E in designs.
Tomorrow, the NBA on Prime tips off with their debut doubleheader. First up, Boston brings the action to the Garden as the Celtics face the New York Knicks. Then out west, it's a battle of the superpowers as the Lakers try to poster the relentless pace of the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Celtics and Knicks, who has the most hustle and defense? This game will come down to who wants it more. And the Timberwolves and the Lakers, it's two Western Conference heavyweights going toe-to-toe. Buckle up, folks. This one's going to be electric. Celtics, Knicks, T-Wolves, and Lakers. Coverage starts tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime.
Thursday Night Football is on, and it's only on Prime Video. Tonight, the Minnesota Vikings head west to face the Los Angeles Chargers. The Vikings defense, it's complicated and talented. The Chargers counter with incredible speed and firepower. Two high-octane offenses, one primetime stage, and no room for mistakes. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with football's best party, TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. Not a Prime member? Not a problem. Simply sign up for a 30-day free trial. It's the Vikings and Chargers. Tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime Video. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
We know what you're thinking. I just want jeans that look great, feel great, and hold up. At Ariat, we've been doing some thinking too. We're thinking about fit that moves with you, no matter where the ride takes you. Durability that stands up to hard work, harder play, and comfort that never quits. And all this thinking, it's really just about more living. Now, it's time to stop thinking and start shopping. Find your Ariat jeans at Ariat.com or a retailer near you.
All right, so JK, I've got 3 questions, and they're all true/false. All of them, either true or false. Okay.
Okay.
And so, in order to pass, you got to get 2 out of 3 correct. So, I'm
what
gonna
happens if I fail?
So I've been doing punishments, but every time I say a punishment, the person ends up passing. But if you're up for it, on the next time, which will be the first time we go backpacking, you got to carry 1 small item for me. Are you up for that?
By small, what are we saying?
Like I'm not gonna make it like it could be like, you know, one of those single like travel size, what do you call them, sunblocks, or it could be just something like
But
that.
Not
size.
like some small 5-pound dumble or something.
Not that.
Okay.
Could be my favorite carabiner or my favorite Nalgene
Okay,
bottle.
I can roll with that. I can roll with that.
All right. Sounds like you're confident because you asked. So you got to get 2 of 3 correct. So my question is, did Greenbelly say to do such and such to be ultralight? Okay, like as an ultralight tip. Did they actually say that? Did they actually suggest that?
Okay.
So number one, did Greenbelly say use rocks instead of stakes to tie down your tent, implying that you can leave the tent stakes at home because you can just, find rocks while you're out there?
I hope
they
not.
say that? True? They said that? False? Okay.
I'm going to say false. I don't know why they would say that.
Well, why would you have an issue with that?
I mean, I would understand if you were like on a rock face and the only way you could set your tent up was like that, but with wind and weather, that's not wise. So if they gave that advice, it wasn't good advice.
All right. They did give that. So that is incorrect, my friend. That was actually true. They did say
what?
That. And yeah, I'm in agreement with you. I actually was surprised. I'm like, I definitely got to include that one. He's going to get that one wrong.
That's terrible.
Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't specifically say don't bring stakes, but it's like under the ultralight advice column, which means, why would you use rocks if you had stakes with you, right? Like you're talking about how to shave weight out of your pack. And so that's why I said it implied that you're not going to bring the stakes or that you're bringing fewer stakes, I suppose. Okay. But it's also, you can take things out of your pack and make things way more inconvenient for yourself. Yeah. But like, it sounds much fun, right?
Well, but stakes are they're necessities, man. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Well, I'm behind the 8 ball already, Carl. So let's go.
Hey, just get the next 2 right and you pass, man. Next 2 right. Okay. Did they say that you should cut excess straps to save weight? So like trim your straps you're not using. You got like
they probably said that.
Okay. Do you agree with that or not?
I mean, it will do it. It's just very extreme, but I mean, I know people that do that. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I will say that my Mystery Ranch pack, like the hip belt straps, once I've cinched them down, I feel like they go down almost to my knees. So I definitely need to do
It gets annoying. I've done that. I've done it with like, I've got a couple fanny packs that I use with my backpacks, and the straps on those get really long, and I chop those off usually.
Okay. That's a whole can of worms conversation right there about the fanny pack. We'll get to that later. But you're correct, my friend. They did say to do that. So true was the correct answer on that one. So 1 for 2. Well done. Well done. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Ready.
All right. This is a controversial one because this one's actually come up on our podcast a lot, and a lot of people disagree with this. So would they have said that you should share the load? If you can spread around group gear, you're going to save weight out of your pack. True or false?
I know a lot of people do that with tents. And cook gear.
Stoves.
Yeah, and cooking gear. I know a lot of people do that for that reason. I mean...
Sounds like you don't like this. You do not like that concept?
No, because if you've only got one set of cook gear and it goes bad, guess what? Nobody has cook gear. Mm-hmm. So you're kind of all screwed at that point.
And so, and give me a scenario where your cook gear's gone bad. Like you're like, my stove's just not working.
Dan, he had a Soto Windmaster that just... basically exploded. I mean, just it malfunctioned, and it shot flames everywhere. He couldn't use it anymore. And
on the trail,
it happened. And had he not been with 3 other guys who had stoves, he wouldn't have had a stove to use. So I mean, it happens.
So good thing there was 3 more.
Well, I mean, but what I'm saying is like, I don't want to be the guy that my gear fails, and So I don't know. I think they probably said it. I don't want to trust anybody else's stuff.
If you're going with like a group of 6 or more where there's going to be at least 2 of everything, are you still, you just don't like that?
Well, when I get to camp, I just want to start cooking my food. I don't want to have to wait for 3 other people to go. And then I get to cook my stuff. I want to eat. I'm hungry.
Okay. You don't like sharing.
I'm selfish. I'm selfish, man. I'm a selfish backpacker.
All right. So final verdict, is it, did they say that true or not say that false?
I mean, it sounds like something they'd say.
Okay. You got to say the word true or false to make it count.
True.
True is correct. You passed trivia. You did it, my friend. You did it.
So what do I win? I mean, I don't have to carry your stuff now. What do I win?
Yeah, that's a victory right there. That's a success. What you should have negotiated was, if I win, can I make you carry something
for me? We could do that now.
Yeah, I'm not going to agree to that now.
Man.
I'll tell you what, next time you're on, you're going to be in charge of trivia. We already know what that sounds like because you did that last time you were on the show. And we'll have this, you can come up with a scenario. It can be the same scenario if I don't pass. Is that a deal?
Yeah. But okay. I'm going to contact Greenbelly and ask them what the heck they were talking about with these rocks.
Have you had them on your show?
No,
Okay. They reached out to me and asked if they could come on my show, and I didn't know much about them. I think at the time they just had like a bunch of recipes. I think they got a lot more going on now, but
Oh, the Green Belly bars are awesome. Have you had any of those?
no.
They're meal bars. Oh, they're awesome.
Oh, maybe I have had one. They're kind of like squarish.
They're super dense, but
Yeah.
some of them are really good. I've got a few.
Okay. But that phrase though, meal bar, does not sound very appealing. It might taste good, but like, hey, for a meal, I'm going to eat a bar. Does that excite you?
Nothing about camp food excites me.
What?
I
You
mean,
don't like the freeze-dried stuff? That stuff's good, man.
I like to cook.
Okay.
And the idea of just add water and you have food
Mm-hmm.
is a little too Jetsons for me. You know, it just feels like like half the people listening probably don't even know who the Jetsons are, but I don't care. It's like, it just feels like the idea of instant food is just
Right.
like, and can I give you a hot take?
Yeah, go for it.
Mountain House is garbage. Like,
No, that's not a hot take. I think everybody's buying into that
terrible.
these days. Yeah.
oh
with
my
ya.
gosh.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got things like Peak Refuel and Stowaway Gourmet and some of these other ones that are out there that just make like unbelievable food. It's just like,
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm 100% with you. In fact, on that same church trip, they made us like pay a fee up front. And they're like, we're going to buy a bunch of freeze-dried food and you get to pick which ones you want. And I was like, can I please just stink and buy my own and not pay the fee? But I didn't want to be the guy that was just complaining. So I just kind of went with it. And they're like, here we go. Mountain House, chicken fried rice, chili mac with beef. And I was like, oh no.
and
so
the most overrated meal in all of backpacking is the Mountain House beef stroganoff.
Okay.
Most overrated meal on the
I didn't know it
planet.
was rated.
Oh, it's so many guys will say that's their favorite. They just love the
Oh.
beef stroganoff, and it's like,
Yeah.
man, I got that and I had to load it up with salt and pepper just to get flavor out of it. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm a Peak Refuel like Thai coconut curry guy, so I'm with you. On
Ooh,
the
that sounds
Mountain House,
good.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Well,
for
and
sure.
and something I do, like, I only carry extra weight the first day,
Mm-hmm.
and what I'll do is I will I'll season a steak,
Oh yeah,
some
Yeah, yeah.
potato stuff, freeze it, throw it in a pack, and by the end of the day of hiking, it's thawed out,
right.
and then I cook that over the fire, and that's
Yeah.
my dinner the first night because
I'm
I
with
would
you, man.
much rather I'll eat that steak the first night every time.
Yeah, 100% with
Every
you.
time.
100%. Yeah, I've done
Yeah.
that and got to do that more often. But all right, so this is time for our tidbit section, and I actually just saved this for you to share. What do you got going on with your YouTube channel? You kind of already made a reference to an upcoming video, but tell us a little more about that and what's going on with your podcast. What do we have to look forward to as far as upcoming episodes or just anything in general? Whatever you want to say.
Yeah. Well, I took a several month vacation from YouTube, and
Mhm.
it was due to the fact of the injuries and not hiking. I really struggle with putting stuff out saying, "Hey, go do this in the backcountry" when I'm not doing anything in the backcountry.
Right.
So I waited until I'd been back out backpacking at least a couple months before I started putting videos out again.
Okay.
And so I'm back to putting videos out.
Right on.
Just put a video out last Saturday. I got another one coming out this week. Get back to doing them every week again. I got some really cool trips coming up. I've got one coming up with a former co-host of your show. I don't want to say too much about it, but like he's a guy who's co-hosted your show. And
You don't want to you don't want to say his
guy.
name. You don't want to promo him.
No, not yet. Because if
Okay.
it doesn't happen, if something comes up
Oh,
at the
I
last
see.
minute, it doesn't happen, then, you know.
You think
But,
he's going to be a trip saboteur or one of the flaky people?
I mean, the weather could be the trip saboteur.
Oh, okay.
I mean, East Coast is a mess, man, when it comes to weather. We just never know.
That's true.
Like, it was -9 degrees in Kentucky. That doesn't happen, you know?
Right.
So there's just no telling. So
Okay.
I don't want to say too much, but we're going to be going on a trip with him. I've got a couple buddies that are right here in town that I've become really good friends with, and we're going to be planning a lot of trips this year and doing stuff together.
Okay.
The backpacking podcast, we've got Andrew Skirka getting ready to come up in
Yeah.
a couple weeks. So we're excited to have him on. He's going to be our first guest of the year on our live stream.
Yeah, man.
So
Right on.
we're real excited about that.
Right.
Yeah, so we got a lot of cool stuff happening. A lot of really
Okay.
cool stuff happening. Hopefully, Jeremiah Stringer will actually get some merchandise, sometime in the near
Mm.
future.
Right.
That's always a hope, but we've been hoping that now for 3 years and it's not happened. So
Oh
here's
my
the thing.
gosh.
I'm going to roast him on another podcast. This guy literally in 2020 said, once I reach 10,000 subscribers,
Mm-hmm.
I will get merchandise.
Right.
Jeremiah is now at 25,000 subscribers.
Yep.
He has no merch.
That's amazing.
So Jeremiah lies.
Yeah. Not a man.
He is a liar.
Right.
I love him. He's a friend. We're close, but he's a liar. And he's going to have to own up to this at some point. And I really hope he listens to this episode and then I get a text going, what the heck, man? But no, he needs to get merchandise. That's all there is to it. This is garbage.
So
I'm tired of not having a Jeremiah Stringer t-shirt. It's like really ticking me off at this point.
It's so funny because our shows, our podcasts are so different in a lot of ways, but we both call our co-hosts liars for very different reasons. But I just think my guys are making up stories. But actually, so in our last, we did the Backpacking podcast versus Backpacking Blisters show a few months ago, and I kind of like. I tried to hassle him a little bit about the merchandise, and I felt like I went a little too far with it, so I think I ended up deleting that part out of the episode because I was like, I think that was a little too rough on Jeremiah, but maybe it wasn't based on what you just said.
No, he lied. He told us he would have merchandise and didn't make it.
Right. But my point was like that he kept on saying that I don't want to have merchandise because I don't want to be so self-absorbed, and I said, well, by continuing to talk about your merchandise, like, isn't that a very self-absorbed kind of thing? And I was like, I don't know well enough to say that. But there, I just said it again.
He didn't care. He knows it's all in fun. He knows it's all in fun.
All right.
Like, I love Jeremiah to death, man. He's a great guy. It's a lot of fun doing the podcast with him.
Well, yeah, you guys have a great rapport, and we'll have links to all that stuff, or at least some of that stuff that's already out in our show description, both on YouTube and on the podcast app that you're using. So check out JK, John Kelley, and Jeremiah. Awesome dudes. And yeah, man, again, really appreciate you coming on the show. Really enjoyed this. This was excellent. So I hope to have you on again when you get time, because I enjoyed it for sure.
It's just nice being on a podcast where I don't have to do anything.
You prepared. Come on. You had a list. You had your list of 3. You did something.
I wrote 3 sentences for an entire podcast. That's awesome. This was great.
I might have done a little more than that.
Let me know.
What's that? Let you know what?
Let me know when I can come back. I'm all in.
If you're all in, I'll keep on inviting you, man, for sure.
This is easy.
For sure.
This is easy.
Okay, fair enough. And we'll talk about the zombie apocalypse next time. So
I don't want to bore people with all the intellectual stuff that I can come up with.
I doubt you can do that, man. Again, thanks so much. And hey, everybody, have a great week out there. God bless.